good life. It is the good life because the beach is great. I spend here most of the day, basically because I have nowhere else to go. But yeah, it's a great alternative to nowhere. And it's starting to be a bit colder, but this is where I spend my last 3 weeks. Hearing the waves and feeling the water and the sand, and it's very calming. I did manage to escape Berlin, only to find out a few days ago that the demonstration started actually while I was there, in distress, isolated. I didn't even know. So I actually left, and I understand that end August there were like demonstration of millions, and I'm very proud. This has happened in Berlin. When I was there, it looked completely different, and I think I was, and actually I still am, in some kind of personal greed. I wouldn't be surprised if it has to do with the 5G that came to this area as well lately. Surprisingly, while I was in quarantine, suddenly the 5G is here as well. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I hear frequencies, so also low but also high, because the low triggers some high. So I think it's kind of it is very low frequency. It makes the vibe very low and dense, and so I will not be able to raise my frequencies to a higher place. So it's like a matrix of a matrix, and this has been done superficially, and I understand that I need to believe that it doesn't affect me, because I do hear stuff and see stuff, and here people are wearing masks all over as well, and acting weird on the street. Although at the beginning I didn't see so many people wearing masks, and suddenly they are, and it probably has to do also with my phone that is still hacked, and yeah, it's been a really weird time for me. But then also a lot of good stuff happened, because a lot of information came to me as I started digging, and a lot of things got clear about my life also. And I basically had a very rough childhood, a challenging life, and especially in the last 2 years. I consider myself as somebody who always made lemonade from lemons she got. I studied art, and I use this for my therapy, and I always somehow, although I wasn't famous or something, and I did always do some very, very minor, and I always had my niche of doing my experimental things in the corner. I managed still to move hearts, and people still remember exhibitions that I did 10 years ago, although few. And this is very moving to me to know that my work is still in the memory of people, and because it got into their heart, and the message of which I was always dealing with about the others, the outcasts, as I always was, also as a child, bullied in school, and ignored at home and neglected and abused. A child who was sitting 10 years in her room because it was the only way I could protect myself, and I felt safe there. And I had my music and my piano until I decided I'm not good enough to play the piano, and I stopped. But it was my mind, my self-talking, that convinced me to stop, and not my soul. And basically, I got information lately about a memory that appeared a few weeks ago, also in Germany already. And I got an explanation from a very wise woman on YouTube that I watched, that I can't reach her. I tried to contact her, but I think she doesn't get my messages. But Naila, I got your explanation about who I am and what my purpose is here, and suddenly everything makes sense to me, my life, and I was always fighting for the truth, even if it was my intuition. And here comes the look at this, all the weird stuff that's happening around me. It's like, oh my god, look at this, like all the weird people that interfere in my life. Look at this, it's like hallucinative stuff, just that I will not talk. See, I am not allowed to talk, I am not allowed to document. I will be punished for this. But, anyway, even my birth was very weird. I don't want even to start. It will take too long to explain. But oh my god, that smells so bad. Fuel. So you see, now he made lose concentration. Where was I? Childhood, blah blah blah. Yeah, actually, I knew already at age 4 what I was relearning all my life until now, and I'm still trying to learn. I actually managed to change my kindergarten teacher life with a kiss, and I moved her so much because I gave her a kiss. I mean, we were supposed to stand in line to shake her hand every morning, and instead of shaking her hand one day, I gave her a kiss. And she called my mother and said she was so moved. And actually, I saw it while being for a few weeks in kindergarten in Israel. And when I came back to Germany to the kindergarten, where we were standing in line every morning to shake hands, she said she never got a kiss from a child before, and she wants to move to Israel to the kibbutz and to learn about education in Israel, because she was so moved from this gesture. So I changed. I don't know, maybe she got married to an Israeli and she's still living happily ever after in Israel. I don't know, but or I don't know what age she is already. Probably 60, 70. I don't know, but I mean, since then I'm being in control. People try to put me in control. Although at age 18 I managed to make the offices where I worked in the army, where I served in the army, I managed to make our work more efficient with some ideas that I saw. It was like very simple changes that I noticed that can be done. Look at this! Oh my god! surrounded here. The beach is suddenly so full. It's like party all over me. With people on the air. I'm everywhere. It's like